everybody. Hope everyone's fitting well. So a little bit different, we're using a little small ball through this morning's class. So keep it to hand or just keep it in one hand for now. We're going to set ourselves up. So we're going to stand nice and tall, get our shoulders back, tummies drawn in, feet set nicely under your hips, hands down at your side. We're waking ourselves up just with a little balance exercise. So forwards till you catch your weight on your toes, and back to just before you think you're going to fall. So just rocking gently back and forward, so it's from the ankles, not from the waist. Body stays straight right the way down. A little step if you think you're going to fall. That's it. It just wakes up our senses, helps us find our balance spot, set the body up, ready to train. That's it, one more. That's good. And now you should find a spot where you feel nicely balanced, you're not falling forwards or back. We're going to put one hand on the front, one in the small of the back, or hands onto the hips, whichever you prefer. I'm going to tilt that pelvis under, and then put that arch in the small of the back. Again, we're just setting the body up, finding our neutral spine position, loosening up the lower back. So just tilting under and then curve that spine. So different people have a different amount of curvature at the bottom of the spine. Some people's backs are nearly straight, others are virtually S-shaped. So don't worry if yours doesn't seem to move much. So just that little tilt under and back. A few more times. This just sets us up, gets us ready to move our bodies properly. Helps loosen us up after that few hours of lying down. Good, one more. And now you should have a nice neutral, well-balanced position. And we get your feet moving. So we're pedaling those feet. We're pushing the ball of the foot down into the ground. So you're pressing down through your foot. That's it. And arms just join in a normal walking movement. That's it. So the more you think about this, the harder it gets to walk normally with your arms going in the opposite direction to your legs. You end up doing spotty dogs and all sorts when you think about it. And bringing those arms up now to about shoulder height. I'm starting to push one back as the other raises up. So we're getting a little stretch of those shoulders and that chest. And let your arms come higher. So bringing them all the way up and back. And a really nice stretch out. That's it. Pushing both arms back. Really loosening that chest and shoulder area. Couple more. That's it, last one. And you're bringing it down. Okay, if you've got the ball to hand now, just get hold of that. You're going to stand tall, feet under hips, hands in front of the body. We're going to raise and then open out, together and down. So try and swap which hand holds the ball as you open out. So memory test this morning as well as exercise. That's it. Open out and back. So we're opening that chest up, pushing the shoulder blades together. Really nice stretch. You can take a really deep breath as we open out. And then blow out as we come back together and arms down. So breathe in and breathe out. Excellent. That's it, a few more. Good, last one. And together. Okay, still holding that ball. I want you to put it between your hands and those hands up above your head. So just hold that ball between the palms of the hands or sort of between the fingers. We're going to rock to the side and it'll just gently roll slightly between the two hands. So we've got fingertips one hand, heel of the hand of the other as we rock side to side. That's it. If you haven't got a little ball, don't worry. Any of the exercises we do today you can do without. Or if you've got anything to hand, whether that's an apple, whether it's the dog's toy, rolled up pieces of paper, whatever you've got. That's it. If I used a piece of fruit, just watch out, we will be standing on it in a bit. That's it. Good, a few more times. And we'll extend the movement round. Going to take it into our windmill. So next time, as we come across, we're going to sweep all the way round in front of the body, up, change direction. That's it. Really good. Nice, smooth, steady movement around. If you do find this difficult, you need to soften those knees as you come through. Absolutely fine. Work to your own level with all these exercises. I'll always try and give a lower intensity option. Or when we move on to a progression, if you find the progression difficult, stick with the basic movement. Good, a couple more. Last time round. And bringing that back up, arms down. Good. Get those feet back nicely under hips if they've moved. We're going to bring that ball out in front of us now. But again, don't worry if you haven't got one, you can just keep the hands together. And we're just going to rotate to the side, then to the other side. That's it. Just a nice, gentle rotation, one side then to the next. That's good. A few more. Good. Keeping that going now. Steady movement side to side. Your eyes are following your hands. And just see if you start to turn a little further. And we can release the heel as you turn. That's it. A few more. Good. One more each way. And bring it back to center. Okay, so still keeping those feet under those hips. We're going to take the arms in front again, but now we're going to move in that figure of eight. So that horizontal figure of eight that we're drawing now with our arms. And as we go, we're just going to gradually start to bend those knees a little bit as we dip down. So we're bringing more of the body into the movement. Starting to get those hips and thighs warmed up. And we'll just gradually go a little deeper. Making those figure of eights even bigger. Excellent. Few more. That's good. Two more. Last one. And you're bringing that back down. Just give yourself a few seconds, that balance to come back. Okay, so standing tall, I want you to put the ball down on the floor. Okay. We're going to stand and just put your toes on it. So it wants to be in line with the toes of one foot and the other foot just resting on top with the ball between the ball of your foot and your toes. And we're going to extend our leg forwards, squeeze at the thigh, bring it back. So just extending and squeezing that thigh. So it's not a huge movement. So literally just extending the lower leg, squeezing the thigh. Good, one more. And back and change legs. So swap it over. So foot on top, so that ball's between your toes and the ball of your foot, and we're just going to extend, squeeze the thigh. That's it. Good. A few more times. Good. Couple more. One more. And bring that back. Good. Carrying on with a little balance thing now, so just picking the ball up again. So I want you to stand on one leg. So back to the first one, if you remember which one that was. And while we balance, we're just going to take that ball and we're going to pass it around our body. But change direction each time. On one leg, focusing on our balance. Arms are just there to disrupt us and try and make us fall over. One more, and then we'll change legs. So reset yourself, swap over onto the other leg. That's good. Couple more. Last one. And you're bringing that back down. Excellent. Okay, taking our feet a little bit wider now. So we're probably just over shoulder width apart. Toes angled slightly outwards. And I want you to bend your knees a little bit. And we're going to carry on with our figure of eight. So we're going to take that ball and we're passing it through the legs and it comes round. So we can have a little dip as we pass through. And just make a little note of whether you're passing it from the front to the back or from the back to the front. Doesn't matter which way you're going, just make a little note of which way it is. Getting that little bit of rotation as we dip down. As much as you want. That's it, it can be a little movement, it can go quite a bit deeper. Good, one more. Okay, whichever way you were passing it through, we're now going to go the opposite. So amazing how much thinking that takes to work out which way to go now. Excellent. That's it, couple more. One more. and bring that back up. Well done. Okay, good. So ball's going back down on the floor now. So I'm going to put it down back in line with the ball of the opposite foot, and put your foot on top of the ball again now. So we're going to go into our squats. If you do find this difficult, we can do them without the ball. You can alter the amount of depth that you go down to, but one foot on the floor, one on top of the ball, down we go. So if you are using an apple or an orange, just be careful how much weight you put on it, could get messy. That's it. Excellent. A few more times. Good. Two more. And bring that back up. Swap over. So set yourself up with that foot on the other ball, ball under the other foot. When we're ready, let's take that down. Excellent, keep going, nice and steady, just dipping as low as you feel comfortable. If that's just to there, absolutely fine. If that's to 90 degrees, brilliant. That's it, two more. And stand that back up, well done. Okay, so if you're not at the end of your mat already, if you want to move to nearer the end, we're going to roll down. So we're going to hold on to our ball, we're going to take it up above our head, and we're going to dive it down. We're going to roll down towards the ground, and then up, unroll, stack those vertebrae, bring it up. Tucking the chin, rolling the shoulders, curling down, unrolling that up, reaching high. If you need to soften those knees as you go down to protect the back and the hamstrings, absolutely fine, we can do that. And straighten as we come up. But for that deeper stretch, you can keep the legs straighter. Curling, stacking those vertebrae, reaching high. Okay, this next time we're going to stop at the bottom. We're going to put the ball on the floor between our toes. And then we're going to walk it backwards between our legs, rolling it back and roll it forwards. How far forwards can you take it? And then back between those feet again. How far back can we roll it? Forwards. Getting that good stretch and back. Bring that forwards and back. One more time. Forwards, really stretch and back. Between those feet, how far back can we do while still keeping control? And back in line, let's unroll it up. Let some of that blood come back out the head, down into the body. This time, bring it down, rolling down, hands towards the mat. We're going to roll forwards, down to our knees, and sit back on those heels, hands forwards, stretching out in that child's pose. That's it, really good. So I'm just going to tilt my screen down a touch so you can just see a little bit clearer. Okay, so we're going to start laid down on our fronts, legs extended behind, arms forwards, holding that ball in front of you. From here, what we're going to do is raise our head, arms and chest, and then pass that ball round behind our back, bringing it back forwards and round. Okay, so down we go onto that mat. Arms extended forwards. We're going to lift and pass around. That's good. Try and stay lifted. Keeping that ball up. If you do need to rest down, take a little break, absolutely fine. That's good. Couple more. Last one. And lower that down. Well done. Okay, so this time still laying face down onto that floor. We're going to put the ball between our feet. So I'm going to hold that between your feet. Keep your legs extended out. Laying down either hands extended, or if you want them under the head to support. From that laying position, making sure we keep hold of the ball, we're going to raise our legs off the ground. So it's not a huge movement, and down. Raise those legs, long straight legs. Push your hips into the mat, feet raised up. So that movement starts in the lower back, goes through the glutes, into the hamstrings to raise those straight legs. That's it. Good, a few more times. Excellent. Two more. And resting that down. Well done. Okay, so taking hold of the ball. This time we're going to pop it between our knees. So we're going to hold that gently between our two knees. We're going to move it into that kneeling box position. So hands under shoulders, knees are under hips. We're on our feet behind, so you probably want to be on your toes for this one. And we're just going to lift our knees a fraction off the ground. So probably only an inch or so, and then we're going to hold. So when we're ready, let's lift. Gently holding that ball between the knees. That's it. Holding there. Few more seconds. And rest that down. If you need to sit up, take the pressure off your wrists for a little bit, just ease those out. We're going to do that a couple more times. So when we're ready, we're going to go back in position, getting those hands under your shoulders, feet extended behind, and let's lift. That's it. Keep holding. A few more seconds. Doesn't hurt as much when you smile. That's it. And rest that down. Use those wrists and hands if we need. We can do that one more time. Excellent. Okay, so let's take that back into position, hands back down on that mat. And then let's lift and hold. Really good, keeping it there. Excellent. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and ease it down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to go into our Superman movement now. So that's starting in that kneeling box position with one arm extending forwards, opposite leg extends back. Trying to keep a nice long straight line, flat back, level hips and shoulders. How we're going to start is putting the ball under one hand. So we're going to rest with one hand and on the other. So if you've made the rookie error like I have with a really spiky hard plastic ball, this is when it hurts. But if you've got a nice soft one, you'll be alright. So one hand on the ball, one on the floor. So we're just going to work one side at a time. So it's the hand that's not on the ball that's going to extend. So we're going forwards with the arm, straight out with the leg. And in. Aiming to keep that back, hips and shoulders all level. Picturing that tea tray resting on our back, not wanting to tip anything off. That's good. Couple more. And bring that in. Switch sides now. So swap the ball under the other hand. And we'll do exactly the same. Extend and in. That's it, really good. Just nice, long, straight extension. Good, a few more. Excellent, 2 more. And bringing it in. Good. So we're going to stay with a similar exercise, but this time I want you to hold that ball just in the crook of the knee in there. So you're going to pop that ball in the back of your knee. What we're going to do is extend to our Superman, but with a bent knee. And then we're just going to pulse that knee up. And just keep pulsing that knee. So only a really little small movement. That's it. Couple more. And bring that down. Switch over onto the opposite knee. In position, extend, and then pulse. Few more. 2 more. And bringing it in. Excellent. Okay, well done. So moving on to our sides now. So I want you to lay down, resting on one side, with our knees bent, arm extended under the head. We're going to hold the ball between our feet. So with those knees bent, I want you to try and lift knees and feet off the ground if you can. But if not, don't worry. Have them resting on the ground if you can't lift them up. And we're going to do our clamshell movement. So that top knee just opens up, pivoting at the feet. So we're using that ball as the pivot point. So we have to concentrate on not dropping it, keeping those feet nicely together. Making sure we're not rolling back onto that bum, keeping those hips stacked, one on top of the other. That's it. Really good. Excellent. Couple more. Last one. And bring that down. Keep the ball between your feet. Extend your legs long and straight. Hand stays in front for balance if we need. And we're just going to raise both feet. So we're going to do a side leg lift. Both feet together. Keeping hold of that ball between our feet. Good, two more. And bring that down. Okay, get hold of the ball now. Bring your knees back so they're bent again. One hand out at 90 degrees. Other hand on top. So we're going to open the door. So we take our top hand. We lift, we go over, we rotate. Down behind us, bring it back over together. This time leave the ball. Go without. Bring it back, get hold of the ball, take it back. If you are tight on space, you may need to drop the arm down a little bit or bend the elbow. Just do what you can. We make use of the space we've got. That's it. So our eyes follow the ball as we rotate over. Or follow your empty hand if you're on the one where you don't take the ball. Good. Two more. Last one. And bringing that together. Excellent. Okay, roll yourself over, flip round, whichever way you're going. We're going to run through those again on the other side. So starting with that clamshell movement. So ball between the feet, knees bent, feet and knees off the ground if we can, and open that top knee. Keeping those hips stacked so we're not rolling back onto our bum. That's it. Really good. A few more times. Good, last one. And back together. So this time, it's that ball between the feet, legs extended long, and that double leg lift. So we'll go straight in. So hips are stacked, body's nice and straight. So not a huge movement. Keeping it nicely controlled. That's it. Good. Couple more. One more. And down. Bending those knees back up. Arm out at 90 degrees to the body. Other hand on top. And we open that door. So we lift, we open, reach behind. come back, leave the ball this time. Excellent. Few more. Good, 2 more. And let's bring that back together. Excellent, well done. Okay, going over onto our backs for our last few exercises. I want you to start by laying back with our knees up in our tabletop position. So 90-degree bend at hip and at knee. Okay, we're going to start with the ball in our hands. Okay, behind our head and our feet resting down. We're going to come up to tabletop. Ball goes between the knees, tap back, up. So we're passing that ball between our hands and our knees. That's good. So we need to control the movement. We then need to gently take hold of that ball in our knees. Control holding it there as you tap down. Just gives more focus to the exercise. If you do find that really difficult, you can keep the legs still, work arms only, or can simply tap one at a time if you were finding it really difficult. Good. 2 more. And finish with that ball at the top. Excellent, well done. Okay, we're going to stay laying back in that tabletop and holding that ball between our knees. So pop that back between the knees. This time, arms down on the floor, slightly wider in a bit of a V shape. And we're going to rock both knees to the side. When you feel your opposite shoulder lift, that's when we come back up and over. So as when we lift, bring it back. Keep it really steady and controlled. That's really good. Must be nice and steady. Using those muscles round the core to control those legs going over and then bring them back up over to the other side. Excellent. 1 more each way. And bringing that up. Good. Feet back down. Sit yourself up now. Sitting up, back nice and straight. Going to hold that ball out in front of us. So looking straight at that ball, we're going to roll ourselves back and forwards. That stays in our eye line all the time. That's it, really good, nice and steady. Couple more, we're going to add an extra little movement. So now, as we go back, we're going to twist, twist, and up. Back, twist, twist, up. If you do find that difficult, stay with the basic movement. And the further you go back, the harder it is. So work to your level. So if your level's just a dip to there and a little twist, absolutely fine. You don't have to force yourself to go as far back as I do. That's a really good, well done. Two more. Last one. And up. Okay, last exercise. Just do a couple of times getting away from us again. Legs extended, lay yourself back, hands behind the head. Hold it onto the ball. We're going to roll ourselves up, so hands come high. When you see the ball, head lifts. Chin tucks, ball rests against your legs, slides towards the feet. We come back, slide it back and over. That's it, couple more. So just sliding it along. Good. We'll do two more. Last one. That's it. Lift that head. Roll it out. Curl that spine. Back towards the feet. Slowly all the way back. And resting that down. Well done. Excellent. Okay, slowly bring yourselves back up to your feet. You can put the ball to one side now. Don't need that for the last bit. So we're just going to have a little stretch to finish. So just want you to take one foot back, bending that front knee, back leg straight, heels on the ground, hands together, reach out. And change feet, opposite foot goes back, front knee bent, back leg straight, heels down, hands in the small of the back, chest forwards. Good, stand that back up tall, hands up above the head, just take it to one side, and the other. Back in the middle, reach down for those toes. Slowly back up. Picking up one foot, giving that thigh a little stretch. And then let's change legs. We're nearly there. Excellent. Feet nice and wide, just over shoulder width. And let's sweep that through. Taking it high. Last one takes us up onto those toes. Nice strong ankles as we reach for the sky for 3, 2, 1. And relax that down. Well done, everybody.